Hello, everybody. We are live, and we have an expert coming in today to talk to us about sleep. So we'll give it just a minute for our expert, Jessica, to get in here. Here she is. Jessica's here. So Jessica, if you click down towards the bottom, you should see something about asked to join as a host. I also just sent you an invite. Sometimes one works better than the other. Instagram Live is always a little bit tricky, and I haven't done it in a little while. So just give it a sec for Jessica to get in here. Jessica, are you seeing where I was talking about there should be something towards the bottom, ask to join as host, or you'll see an invite from me. Also, make sure you're joining from your phone because it doesn't always play nice from laptop or desktop. Oh, you don't see join live. Do you see a invite from me? I keep sending it. See any kind of invite popping up? Do, 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 do. Oh, you're on your computer. Yeah, that doesn't always work so well. All right. Well, we don't have anybody here yet. This was kind of an impromptu live here coming up on 4th of July weekend. But there will be a recording for this, and I can edit out this beginning part. We are in a heat wave here in Columbus, Ohio. It was 102 yesterday. I know you're used to that kind of thing out in Texas. Unable to join. What? No. All right, Jessica, I'm going to actually hop off of here. And, oh, wait, never mind. We got you now. Yay. There we go. Yay, got it. It's always a little bit of a hassle. It's fine.
Okay.
This is normal.
Just a second. I have my, I was joining on my computer, so
I know. I probably forgot to tell you that part. It doesn't always play nice on your computer.
Okay, so that's I'm on my phone. Let me get this thing.
Yeah, get yourself situated. And if anybody drops by.
Spot.
I see we had one person join us. Hello. Cool. Say hello in the comments. If you drop by either live or in the replay, just say hello, please. Let us know if you have any questions. We're just going to have a short chat today. So we'll get right to the point here without any further ado. I'm here with Jessica Fink today, and I'm so excited because Jessica is going to be talking to us about something that everybody struggles with at some point in their life, sleep. Jessica is a therapist in Austin, Texas, which is it just boiling hot in Texas right now?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it's boiling hot in Columbus, Ohio. It was 102 yesterday.
And I've lived here my whole life, and I swear to God, I'm still not used to it.
Oh man, well, you have really good food there at least.
Yeah, we got good Tex-Mex for sure.
Good Tex-Mex. Oh my gosh, I got to go. Yes, I got to go to Austin a couple years ago, and I met my friend Jenny Hughes, and we had some Tex-Mex. We had a Tex-Mex brunch, and I was introduced to the wonderful world of chilaquiles, which are like nachos with
Yeah.
eggs, and oh, they were fabulous.
Yeah. Yes.
Craving that now. All right. So Jessica is a therapist in Austin who specializes in sleep disorders.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what got you into that? How did you end up specializing in sleep?
Yeah. So I've been a therapist for a I've been a therapist for 19 years.
Okay.
And most of my background, I'm a social worker by training. Most of my
Mhm.
background was in like just general adult mental health. I worked in a psychiatric hospital in Austin for many years,
Okay.
inpatient and outpatient. And I do remember just feeling like a lot of sleep disturbance shows up no matter what the depression, anxiety, trauma, like chronic
Mm-hmm.
pain, whatever it is. Just sleep disturbance shows up a lot. And it just seemed like it was really hard to make headway on any other stuff if somebody wasn't sleeping. Like it was
Well,
really
for
hard
sure.
to get their depression under control, their anxiety, their pain. So that's just something I kind of like observed, but didn't really, never thought, oh, I'm going to be a sleep expert someday. Like that, wasn't really, didn't really set out to become like a sleep therapist, quote unquote. But eventually decided to leave the hospital, opened up a private practice, and then when I was in private practice, it was like, oh, I can do whatever I want. I can specialize in whatever I want and offer whatever I want. And I got one of these,
Hmm.
those Pezzy flyers we're all drowning in.
Oh yeah.
Like I got one of them. I mean, we get so many of those, but I got one that was like learn about CBT for insomnia, and I was like, CBT for what? Like there's CBT for us. I always thought a sleep disorder was just you have to send them to their doctor. Like
Right.
I can give you some sleep hygiene tips, but then you need to go talk to your doctor. I thought it was, I guess, like I don't know, super medical or something like
Yeah,
that.
like
So I
purely a medical issue.
Yes, that's what I thought, and I think that's probably what a lot of therapists think. One of my big things is kind of like beating this drum for sleep is actually pretty behavioral, like regardless of the disorder. But I
Hmm.
did the training, I did the CBTI training, and it was really good. So if anyone's interested in getting trained in CBTI, the PESI training is really really good. I had a good experience, and so I just started kind of putting it out there that I do CBTI, and it just eventually became like the bulk of what I do. I was doing a few other things. I know how to treat like PTSD and OCD and chronic pain and a few other things, but
Which
just
probably
my
all are tangled up with
Right.
sleep
Yes. Yeah.
disorders as
Lots of
well.
people. Yeah. Lots of people, especially like the sleep and the chronic pain, like that shows
Yeah.
up
Oh, for
together a
sure.
lot. But I found that most of my inquiries were about sleep, and it wasn't even close. Like I made a graph of all the inquiries for all the different services, and it was like a little bit of this, little bit, da, 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 and then CBTI is like way up here.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay, this is kind of like mostly what's going on here. And then when you open your door to treating insomnia, you really can't not see all the other things. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people with insomnia also have sleep apnea,
Yep.
also have nightmares. There's these things called circadian rhythm disorders, which people
Hmm.
know. I don't know if anyone's really talking about them outside of the sleep world, but insomnia, a lot of what looks like insomnia can actually be a circadian rhythm disorder.
Okay.
And so anytime somebody's coming in to see me for insomnia, I'm always kind of thinking, is it insomnia? With the circadian rhythm disorder, they can sleep, they just can't sleep at the right times.
Yeah.
So they can sleep well if they sleep from like 3 a.m. to noon, and if their life supports that, cool. But a lot of them are
Hmm.
like teachers or people that have to be at work at 8, and that's just not working. And so eventually I was like, okay, let me learn how to treat all these other things. And so now I'm just kind of like, all right, I have a sleep practice. That is what I do. No matter the sleep
Hmm.
disorder, there's some behavioral thing I can do to help address it.
I love
So
that. I
yeah.
mean, that's very similar to how I ended up in trauma, as I started out with
Mhm.
perinatal mental health. And what I realized, and I
Uh-huh.
also, when early on, I specialized in addiction. So,
Okay.
like when people come in the door with addiction and perinatal mental health, like nine
Yep.
times out of 10, there's trauma
There's
somewhere.
trauma. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, 100%.
okay. Well, one of the things that was coming to mind for me when you were talking about the circadian rhythm disorder
Hmm.
was like so many of our, I'm going to sound so jaded here, but like so many of our diagnoses, like,
Hmm.
oh, that's just someone that doesn't fit into society's expectation.
Yes. Yeah.
Like back in the
Yeah.
day when we were, just kind of living much more simply,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a circadian rhythm
Right.
disorder. You would just
Yeah. That's the
wake up in the middle of the
idea.
night, take care of your chickens or whatever.
Right. Like maybe we needed people to like watch the flocks by night is kind of
Right.
the thinking, because there are some people that's just how they're wired.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, exactly, that it's really only a disorder because it's getting in the way of their life. And so there's kind of
Right.
two different options. I'll tell people, some people will go find a job where they can work a
Mm.
later shift. They'll
Uh-huh.
just go work in like food service or at a bar or something where they can work a later shift,
Yeah.
or there's a procedure for shifting them to an earlier time schedule. I just tell
Mm-hmm.
people it's like coloring your hair. You have to keep it up. Like we can color your hair and
Mm-hmm.
get you on this earlier schedule, but you have to like get your roots done, so to
Oh,
speak. Like
that's
you have
so
to keep doing
cool. Yeah, that's amazing.
it.
And I can absolutely understand that it's like, okay, it's only a disorder because it's impacting your functioning. But if you're like
Right.
your lifelong dream was to be a teacher and now you're finding that you can't get there for your,
Yes.
to start your day,
Yeah.
and it's creating a lot of problems in your life, that's where we have to shift that. Not everybody has that
Right.
luxury to be able to say, like, I'm going to go with whatever my circadian rhythm wants.
Right.
Probably very few
Exactly.
of us do.
Yes. That's actually one of my favorite things when I'm working with somebody that's got it's called a circadian phase delay, is what
Okay.
we call it, is to destigmatize that and to be like, actually, it's okay to be a night owl. It's not inherently bad. Like that we have this attitude in our society that you have to go to bed early and get up early, and that's what's like
Mm-hmm.
proper or healthy or mature or whatever. I had a client who was told like, you're a grown ass man, go to bed at 9 o'clock, and he didn't get sleepy till midnight. Like that'd be stupid for him to go to bed at 9. He's not falling asleep for three
He's
more
just going to lay there
hours.
for
He's just gonna
hours.
lay there and get frustrated. So I really love, a lot of it is like, it's
Mm-hmm.
like destigmatizing that. It's like, hey, you're okay. Maybe this doesn't fit your life. And yeah, like you said, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, their lifelong dream is to be a teacher. Okay, so we can shift you to make you fit that. But it's not bad on its own just to be a night owl. Some people are
And
night
like you
owls.
said, it needs
That's
touch ups. It's not going
okay.
to permanently change your makeup. You're
Exactly.
still a night
Right.
owl at heart. And over summer break,
Yes.
you're probably going to slide back to that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's just like hair color. I tell people, like, it's just like if I
Mm-hmm.
decided I wanted to be a blonde, I could go to a salon, pay some money, somebody could make me look blonde, but I'm still a brunette. Those roots are going to come out. You're going to have to get them touched up, because a lot of it's genetic. Some of it's your age, and some of it's genetic.
Mm. Oops, I lost your sound. Oh, there you
Oh,
are. Okay, I
oh,
just lost your sound for a second.
okay.
You're back.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, you had mentioned that like he wasn't sleepy yet until midnight or whatever. Like,
Hmm.
talk to me about what's the difference between sleepiness and being tired or
Oh,
fatigued, even.
I love this question because I get into this all the time. So they are different.
Okay.
Sleepy is high likelihood of falling asleep. Like that's really,
Okay.
sleepy is high likelihood of falling asleep. Sleepy is your eyelids are heavy, your head is bobbing forward, like you're literally falling asleep.
You just had
That's
lunch at a conference and
sleepy.
everybody's like nodding off.
Yeah, like that's sleepy is like if you lie down, it's very likely that you're going to fall asleep.
Okay.
Tired is different. Tired is, you can be tired without being sleepy.
Hmm.
Tired is like fatigued, low energy, dragon, but not likely to fall asleep.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you can be tired and wired. You can be like
yes,
exhausted, but your brain
yeah,
is just going,
yeah.
yeah.
That's insomnia. That's insomnia right there. We call it tired but wired. They're so tired, but they're not sleepy. And so they're
Hmm.
not falling asleep and or they're not staying asleep. And yeah, I talk about that with people all the time. I'm always like, are you tired or are you sleepy? And now that you know that, you're gonna hear it and you're gonna hear someone say tired and you're gonna be like, but are you tired or are you sleepy?
Right.
So
So where do you go from there?
yeah, so that's kind of how, one of the big ways I diagnose what's going on with somebody's sleep. Because
Okay.
if somebody is sleepy, then that tells me, now it could just be that they're not getting enough sleep. And that'll make you sleepy during the day because sleep is homeostatic. If you're not getting enough, your body kind of it's like food. Like if you don't eat enough, you get really hungry. Your body like revs up the drive for sleep. So it could be that. Or a lot of people that are sleepy during the day, like if they're literally falling asleep without meaning to, a lot of the time that points to sleep apnea. And I screen everybody for sleep apnea. And obviously, I'm not diagnosing, I'm referring to a sleep
Of
doctor to get
course,
that
of
like
course.
tested and diagnosed. But I'm always looking for, are you sleepy? That could point to sleep apnea. That could point
Uh-huh.
to narcolepsy. That could point to, there's also something called idiopathic hypersomnia, which is you're sleepy all the time and we don't know why. And so a lot
Mm.
when someone says, "Oh, my sleep is messed up," or "I'm not sleeping," that's a starting point,
Mm-hmm.
because that could mean, okay, maybe you have insomnia, or maybe you have a circadian rhythm issue. Maybe you're just trying to sleep at the wrong times, or maybe you can't sleep because you have sleep apnea and you stop breathing
Right.
during the night. And sleep disorders are like, they're, I don't know, you can like collect them all. Like a lot of them they're not mutually exclusive. So you can have like both insomnia and a circadian rhythm disorder. Like you can have insomnia develop on top, or you can have
Sure.
both insomnia and sleep apnea, or you can have both
Yes.
sleep apnea and a phase delay, or like
Ugh. And you can be
one of
sleepy
these.
and tired.
Yeah, you can be sleepy and tired, which is really fun.
Yeah, and you can also have chronic fatigue where the sleep doesn't actually fix it.
Right, where this, yeah, exactly, where the sleep is, yeah, where this, it doesn't ever get satiated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. So, talk to me about just like everything we hear about sleep hygiene. What is sleep hygiene?
Yes.
Is that a thing that's actually helpful? Does that
Yeah.
help any of this?
Yeah. So sleep hygiene. So there's a difference between hygiene and treatment.
Okay.
I think of sleep hygiene like preventive care. So sleep
Okay.
hygiene, in fact, I was told to think of it like brushing and flossing your teeth.
Hmm.
It's good to brush and
Which
floss.
could actually be
Everyone,
part of your sleep hygiene, right? Like
right?
your nighttime
Yes. Yeah,
routine.
you're right. You're right. Like winding down, and yeah, it's like brushing and flossing your teeth. If you brush and floss your teeth, it'll make it less likely that you're going to get cavities. But if you have insomnia or some other sleep disorder, it's like you have a cavity. And at that
Mm.
point, you're not going to brush and floss your way out of the cavity. We got to fix the cavity. Then I will tell you, do sleep hygiene to try to keep it on track. But sleep hygiene is actually not a treatment for insomnia. And that's always
Oh.
what people try. People come to me, they've tried every sleep hygiene tip, they've cut the caffeine, they've got all the screens out of the bedroom, they've got
Hmm.
blackout curtains. They've tried all that stuff and it's not working. Because
Yeah.
really, for insomnia, the two biggest culprits in my observation are spending too much time in bed and trying too hard to sleep.
Yeah.
It's not what people think. And so we really try to work to
Mhm.
cut time in bed, because that actually helps you sleep better if you spend less time in bed, which is
Okay.
everything in sleep is counterintuitive. And if you like try less hard.
Yeah. I know I've had different times in my life where I've dealt with insomnia or I've been on medications and
Mhm.
that's what I learned was like, don't fight it. Don't beat myself up.
Yes,
Don't look at the
right,
clock. Just get up. I'll just get up. I'll go watch a
right.
silly show. I'll,
Yes. Yeah,
don't
yeah. It's
lay
all about,
there worried about the fact that you're not
right,
asleep.
right. Yes, it's like we got to release the effort, because sleep
Hmm.
doesn't reward effort. If you're going to fall asleep, you have to like disengage. And as soon as you start paying attention, you're not disengaging. Like those two things are incompatible.
Right.
And so I tell everybody, I'm like, my goal is to turn you into a person who doesn't care
Oh,
about sleep. Because the good sleepers in your life, they don't care. They're not thinking about it. They don't care. Like they do nothing. They don't even have good sleep hygiene half the time and they sleep. And sometimes it's the spouse and they're
yeah.
like, yes, I know my spouse falls asleep in 5 minutes and they're snoring and they're,
Hmm.
and I'm like, you see, they don't care.
Hmm. Well, and I wonder too, um, why is it so easy to like fall asleep on the couch? You could be
Yeah.
just like nodding off, you're on the couch, you're trying to watch a movie, you can't keep your eyes open, and then you go to bed and you're like wide awake.
Whoop. Yeah. Oh, that is like classic. It's classic insomnia. We call it
Okay.
conditioned arousal is what we
Okay.
call it. It's kind of like Pavlov dogs. If I don't know if people know, I'm happy to explain. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about with Pavlov's dogs. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's like that. So it's like over time, your bed has become conditioned to be a place of like stress
Uh-huh.
or I guess stress and anxiety are kind of this stress, anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
performance anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
People will literally like they will literally wake up, they're sleepy on the couch and they're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm feeling pretty sleepy, I should sleep good tonight, this is gonna be great. And then they get into bed, it's like a switch flips.
And
it's,
bed
it's just
becomes
like,
yeah, not peaceful
yes,
place.
right, bed is in your brain's like, oh, we're getting into bed, this is the place where we worry, this is the place where we
Uh-huh.
get stressed out, this is the place where we work really hard. And so your brain is just doing, just like you see a red light and your foot hits the brake. It's the same exact thing. So it's
Mm.
changeable, it takes a few weeks, but that is like a classic insomnia symptom. Or people will find that they sleep great places other than their bed
Mm-hmm.
for the same reason.
Okay. Wow. I mean, yeah, I can think of some times in my own life, and I'm sure
Mhm.
that other people can too, where maybe you got a really bad phone call in the middle of the night. Or maybe you had a
Oh yeah.
period in your life where you were laying in bed worrying a lot. And
Yeah.
because bed becomes kind of a going to bed itself can produce some
Yes.
anxiety.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely for anybody with chronic insomnia, they start to dread. I remember
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to one of my insomnia clients and I was like, here's what I'm picturing. I was like, you're walking up to go to your bed and that song, I don't remember what this song is called, but we all know it. It's that song that goes like dun 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 dun.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's like that
yeah.
song.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know what it's called, but we all know that. I was like,
Like
that's
you're
the song
walking
that,
to the gallows or something.
yes, yes. It looks like you're walking to your like. I was like, that's the dread. I was like, I imagine
Uh-huh.
that's like the dread that you're feeling as you're walking to bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, we only have a couple minutes left, so I want to
Okay,
make sure we give time to
okay.
share. And I'd love to hop back on again sometime and talk more
Oh,
about this because there's so much we
yeah.
could
There's
talk about.
so much. Yeah,
But
there's
yeah,
so
but for
much.
now, let us know how can people find you? How can they work with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my website is just Jessica Fink Therapy. So just my
Okay.
first name, my last name, and the word therapy. I'm licensed in Texas. I'm also on YouTube. The channel is Jessica Fink Sleep. So I'm making lots of different. I was initially making videos about all my different specialties, but since I've decided to pivot to all sleep, now the videos are all about sleep.
Okay. I'm
I
putting this
have
in the chat.
a perfect. I have a newsletter, which that'll if you get on my website, a thing will pop up. And then I actually have a CE course right now. It's
Oh,
just
awesome.
For Texas therapists,
Okay.
but it's called it's behavioral treatments for sleep disorders. It's 3 hours on demand. That's on my website. There's a thing that says CEUs for therapists. There's like a little like a drop down menu, and that'll link you to where that course is. So if you want to learn more about how to work with sleep behaviorally, which there is a
Mhm.
lot that people like us can do for sleep besides just go see your doctor and here's some sleep hygiene tips.
Great. And
So
even though you say it's only for Texas, there are many states who have different rules about which CEs. And
right.
so check with your own state. Some offer, like my state offers what they call post program approval, where you can
Okay.
go in after the fact and try to, get CEs for it.
Okay.
Some states, like Kansas, Tennessee,
Mhm.
there are some that just really, as long as it kind of meets their criteria for mental health, see, like they don't care if it's
Okay.
pre-approved or whatever. So,
Okay.
so if
Cool.
you're out there and you're thinking, I need to take that,
Hmm.
don't automatically assume you can't get CEs for it, or just take it
Um,
anyway. We all
yeah.
need to
Get the info.
get the info. Yeah. This is so important and it comes up all the time. And one thing I want to say really quick that I love,
Mhm.
Jessica, is you even spoke early on about how to keep this in scope. You know what to look for to
Right.
refer to the proper medical
Yes.
channels. You're not trying to treat sleep apnea, but you
Right.
just know how to kind of screen for it and make that
Mhm.
recommendation.
Right. Yes. Yes. Like this, what I'm doing, I'm not trying to replace sleep physicians. I'm working like alongside sleep physicians. Some of the stuff we can do totally in house. Some of it we need to get a doctor involved.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so important. And I'm so glad you're doing this work.
Yeah.
So glad you came on to chat with me today. So everybody follow Jessica here on Instagram. And, please look up her website and her CE training and her YouTube. And we will definitely keep in touch and come back around and talk about this more someday.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Thanks for joining, Jessica. Have a wonderful day. Have a good
Bye.
weekend.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.